Hey everybody, so today we are going to be making a faux chai latte mix. I say faux because I am going to be leaving out the tea, but everything else is going to be the same. So it's basically going to be like a spiced milk recipe. I just want to say I do apologize for the lighting in this video, but I was on a short time frame. So I will leave the full recipe in the description below. That way if it's hard to see something here, you will be able to read it there. I will also be linking to where I found the original chai latte mix recipe. That way if you do want to add in the tea mixture, then you will have that. But as of now, right now, all we are going to be using is your coffee powder, sugar, dry milk, your spices, and of course your milk, which I'm also using almond milk instead of regular milk. So if you are interested in this, then stay tuned. Start off by adding our dry powdered milk. You will need 1 cup of this, and this Great Value brand that I got here, it did come in packets. So for about a cup of this, it took 1 packet. You're then going to need 2 cups of a vanilla powdered coffee creamer. This French vanilla is the only one I could find. So you're just going to need 2 cups of that. You're then going to need 2 cups of granulated sugar. Now I did look for a coffee creamer that was unsweetened since we're adding sugar, but I could not find one. But I will say my almond milk is also unsweetened because I don't want my mix to be too sweet. As you can see, I did run out of room and we are nowhere near done. So I did have to get a different container to start mixing these in. So make sure you are using the proper size container for this. It's now time to start adding our spices. I'm going to start with the ground ginger. You will need 2 teaspoons of this. For the ground cloves, you're going to need 1 teaspoon. For the ground white pepper, you're going to need half a teaspoon. I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. Now this recipe also calls for 1 teaspoon of ground cardamom, but I could not find that spice anywhere. So I ended up just having to omit it and leave it out. Once you have everything in there, you're going to want to just mix all of this together. Mix it as carefully and as much as you can, because I did notice when I thought it was mixed, once you got in there to several of the layers, you did have some ingredients that were not mixing. So go ahead, take your time, and just make sure that you have it mixed well. Directions say to put this mixture into a food processor or a blender. That way you get a very fine powder with that. I do not have either of those, so I just took this, went ahead and used it as is, and it turned out fine. The only thing is when you mix it with your hot milk, it just didn't dissolve quite as nicely. But you do want to make sure you have some sort of airtight container to keep this in, because as you can see, this mixture is not just for a small portion. This mixture is going to last you a while. It would be a great gift idea, or especially for Christmas, because it is going to make an abundant amount. So again, make sure you have some sort of airtight container that you can put this in. As for heating up milk, I did use almond milk, and again unsweetened almond milk, because I didn't want this to be too sweet. But I have to admit, I'm not comfortable heating up milk or cream or egg products. You know, I'm not the most comfortable doing that. So I did just add my milk to a little bit of this skillet, I guess you could say, pan. But I put it on a medium heat because I did not want this to curdle or burn in any way, and I didn't keep it on for very long either. Once I started to see a little bit of steam coming from the milk, I decided that was good enough for me. If you are comfortable and you know what you're doing with heating up milk, then just stick to what you know. But for me, I'm not comfortable with that yet, so I wanted to be on the safe side. Now I just needed a mug for this, and if any of you have seen my Dollar Tree haul, then this mug is familiar to you. And if it looks wet, it is because I tempered it a little bit with some hot water, just that way I wasn't pouring this hot milk in there. I did not want it to shatter on me. And then as you can see, this was pretty much a full mug of milk. I did have to pour out a little bit later on just so I can mix things. But once I had my milk, then you just want 2 tablespoons of that chai mixture that we made earlier. You're just going to put that in there, stir it around. It should dissolve. Again, if you put them in a blender or a food processor, it is going to make it a fine powder, so it should dissolve better. Once I had all of that stirred and mixed, I just added a little bit of extra cinnamon on the top. And guys, I have to say, this is an amazing drink. For me, I like warm drinks, but I do not care for coffee. I do not like hot chocolate. So this was a great option for me, even leaving out the tea. Just having like a spiced milk. I have to say, I love this recipe. I hope you'll try it. Let me know what you think, and if you have any other kind of wintry type drinks that you want to share, and I will see you next time. Bye.